What's up and welcome back, Wargamers. This is Battleshock Wargaming Studio, and we're getting ready to play another exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We have a good one in store for you today. David, what are we doing?
Today, we finally get to display our beautiful Tzeentch army that we've been working furiously on. Michael painted all these models, and I just finished basing them. They are ready to hit the battlefield, do some work. They've got some very interesting rules, and I've just brought kind of a smorgasbord of Tzeentch units today to try out.
Yep, we have that new Battle Tome smell up in the studio today.
Yep.
We're gonna crack open the rules for the first time.
And look at this book art. Absolutely amazing. Probably my favorite book art of 3rd edition so far. I just keep staring at it, and it looks extra cool against this blue light above us here. So yeah, I can't even tell you how excited I am. This army has just been sitting for so long. I got it in a trade a while ago. Michael says, why don't we paint that up? So he painted everything. I didn't help, but I did base it. And the bases are pretty fire.
Yeah.
They're pretty fire, so I'm excited about that.
So we're so glad you joined us for this game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Big shout out to all of our members and our lords. Thank you for going that extra step and that extra mile to help support the channel. If you're new to the channel, feel free to check out our Discord below. We have an active community down there. We're chit-chatting about Warhammer all the time. If you like the video, feel free to give it a like, a subscribe, and maybe consider joining our membership. Huge shout out to Baron of Dice. He's one of our affiliates, good buddy of ours, and he provides all the dice that we roll on the channel, and they are awesome. We love those so much. All right, guys, so with that being said, I think it's time to get into the list.
Let's take a look at the armies. All right, we are very excited to get our Tzeentch army on the table today. This is their first time out. They're going to be Host Arcanum, so my streamers are battle line, and in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th battle rounds, I can automatically unbind a spell. I use Destiny dice to change rolls, and my demons are -1 to hit if they're next to a demon hero. They also have a fair amount of summoning they can do using fate points. Here's my Lord of Change. He's the general. He is going to be able to re-roll cast the spells and unbinds, which is super good for him. And then he is going to have Demon Spark to give me 3 extra fate points for the battle. I've got the blue scribes in the list. These bad boys know all of the spell lore, Arcanites and Demon. They cast their 1 spell on a 2-up, and they also can generate fate points if you cast within 9 inches of them. Here's a Tzaangor Shaman. He knows the Arcanite spell, Bolt of Tzeentch, and he has a War Scroll spell, which will not be applicable probably. He also has an artifact, Shield of Fate. We've got 2 units of Tzaangor Enlightened. These are going to be in Bounty Hunters. They have a fair amount of attacks. If I'm going 2nd in the battle round, they're +1 to wound, and you cannot use commands if you're within 3 inches of them. Then I've got a unit of Tzaangor Skyfires. These guys have good shooting, they ignore modifiers, they move 16 inches, and they have pretty good mount attacks if they end up getting stuck in combat. 2 units of Pink Horrors in the list. These are the bread and the butter of this army, if you ask me. That's 100 wounds. They're going to be expert conquerors and just really hard to handle. 2 units of 3 Screamers. These are just going to be helping me get battle tactics, hopefully doing a couple little mortal wounds, and just being annoying. Then we've got the Burning Sigil of Tzeentch. I've got an Allegiance ability where I can auto cast an endless spell before the battle begins, so that's what this bad boy is going to do. Here's the dice I'm going to be using today. I don't have Tzeentch dice, so we're going to use Battleshock Wargaming dice, and then I've got some pretty white marble dice for my Destiny dice. There's the Host Arcanum. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Michael brought today.
All right, everybody, let's take a look at the faithful today. We're bringing Hallowed Knights, and it's going to be a banger of a list. I'm really excited. I got some old dusty models off the shelf. We're going to put them to work today. So let's take a look at the general today. My general is the Lord Imperatant and his trusty Grifthound. The Lord Imperatant is going to have one of my artifacts, the Arcane Tone. His command trait is Shock and Awe for -1 to hit for anyone who's set up on the battlefield. And then the spell he's going to know is Celestial Blades for +1 to wound. Then I have Gardus Steelsoul. This guy gives out an aura of a 5-up ward. And then he also has the Saintly Assault that he can do once per battle for additional attacks. I have the main man himself, Celestin Prime. He's going to be set up in reserve, thinking about all of his schemes and whatnot, and come down and smash all of these demons to pieces. And then I'm really excited about this model. I have my Lord Arcanum on Celestial Dracoline. She has the artifact Luckstone. She knows Thunderstruck. And then her mount trait is Celestial Instincts. We have 2 units of Liberators. These are just base guys, and they're going to be Expert Conquerors. so they're going to be counting for 3 on objectives. Then we have Vindictors. These guys are also going to be expert conquerors, and since they're Redeemer units on a 4-up, when they die, they get to fight again because of Hallowed Knights. We have 1 unit of regular Annihilators with the shields and the hammers. They're going to be set up reserve, coming down and doing some charging, and these guys are Bounty Hunters. Then we have the Annihilators with the Meteoric Grand Hammers, also in Bounty Hunters, so they could be doing a whopping 4 damage with those great big hammers if they're going into Galatian Veterans. Then we have some pink Dracolines. They're Bounty Hunters. They have a gazillion attacks. They do lightning after they've done fighting, and they're awesome in pink. Then we have the Gnashing Jaws. They're the happiest endless spell. They're going to move 3d6 and fly over stuff and do mortals. And then we're going to be rolling the Stormcast dice. Those dragons are 6s. And that is the list we're taking today. Let's take a look at the mission.
Before we get into the battle plan for today, big shout out to all of the people on the Walls of Hero. Thanks for putting in that little bit extra to help support our channel. We appreciate you very, very much. Okay, today we are going to be playing the Prize of Galette. This is a 5-objective battle. The person going second in each turn gets to pick one of the objectives to activate. It cannot be scored for victory points unless it's been activated and you can control it. You still control objectives by standing on them for battle tactics purposes, but you can only score, hold 1, 2 more on activated objectives. My grand strategy today is a Tzeentch specific one. It's called Master of Destiny. I'm going to add up the rolls of all the Destiny dice that are left in my pool at the end of the game, and if it's 9 or more, then I complete my grand strategy. Michael, what's your grand strategy going to be, bro?
I'm going to do take what's theirs. I have a lot of stuff in Deep Strike, and I'm going to be coming at you, so that one makes sense for me.
All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. We are back to start battle round 1. I decided to let Michael go first. But before we get into the game, you've seen the list, you've seen the armies, you've seen how we've deployed and what the battle plan is. So leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win the battle? Is it going to be Stormcast Eternals or is it going to be new Tzeentch, who Dave has never piloted before? We're going to find out. Michael, let's generate some command points, and then I have a pre-battle thing to do.
So I'm going first, so
Yep.
I shall generate 2, and then my Lord Imperatant, who's hiding bravely in that back corner, will get 1.
He'll get another one. Okay, cool. I'm going to get 3 command points. Now, before we do anything else, I am an arcane army.
Right.
And my battle trait allows me to auto-cast an endless spell, one of the Tzeentch endless spells, before the battle begins. So I'm going to take this little burning sigil of Tzeentch right here, and I'm going to put it wholly within 18 of my general. I've pre-marked the battlefield, so it's going to go right there. Now what this endless spell does is anytime Michael finishes a move within 9 inches of this, I roll a dice. And on a 4-up, he takes D3 mortal wounds. If any models are slain by this, then I get to replace the slain model with a chaos bond, effectively locking them in combat and just getting an extra 5 wounds on the board, which is kind of cool. You've got 2d6 attacks. They're not very good.
Being able to lock up a unit in combat
Lock a unit
is really
down,
cool.
get extra wounds on the board, cause chaos. That's what this army's all about. So that seems thematic. I almost took the demonic simulacrum. That's how I'm going to say it.
That sounds great.
It's predatory. I potentially could have actually had it doing damage in the first turn. But the cool thing about this is that endless spell cannot be dispelled for the whole first battle round. So if you want to come to the one objective that's activated as a proving ground, then you're going to have to move within 9 inches of that, which gives me an opportunity to do a little bit of damage and some shenanigans.
I hope it happens.
I hope all of the things that my army does happens. Like, I don't care if I win or lose. I just want to showcase these cool abilities because they're really, really fun.
Then we get to enjoy it together.
Right. I'm going to talk quickly about my Destiny dice. Had a pretty piss poor roll for my first time playing these guys. I got 5 2s, a 1, 3, and 2 4s. My grand strategy is to add the rolls in my Destiny dice pool at the end of the game, and if it's 9 or more, I complete my grand strategy. So I wish I would have rolled a couple more 4-ups, but I have some ways to get more later on, so that's where we're at with that. Let's go ahead and get into your battle tactic, man. What are you going to pick?
I'm going to do against the odds.
Yep.
And I'm going to take this Galatian veteran unit, and I'm going to put it on that objective with no other Galatian veteran units on.
Perfect. Sounds good. Yeah.
Excellent.
Seems doable.
Seems doable. I'm going to move right into that 9-inch bubble.
Yep.
So that's my battle tactic. I have a couple of, let's start with heroic actions.
Okay.
I'm going to try and get a command point with the Lord Arcanum. Sure do.
Okay.
So we have more command points than you can shake a stick at.
I'm going to try to get a command point with the Tzaangor Shaman. No.
So we're going to do Mystic Shield from the Lord Arcanum onto the Celestial Draglines.
Okay.
8.
I'm going to allow that because I want a fate point.
Yeah.
So that goes off. Mystic Shield goes onto the Draglines.
And then
up to 1 fate point.
From the Lord Imperatant in the back,
Yep.
he's going to do Celestial Blades onto the Draglines as well.
Okay. I'm going to allow that.
So another
2 fate points.
empowers a spell that has a casting value of 6 and a range of 12. If successful, pick one friendly Redeemer or Sacrosanct unit.
Beautiful.
So we're going to put it on the far unit over there.
Okay.
Yep. Empowered. Nope.
Not empowered. Dang it, I wanted you.
I was trying to help.
I wanted
trying to help.
Okay. Casting's done.
Casting is done.
All right, let's get into movement. We'll be right back to show you what Michael did. Michael, we're back from your movement phase. It was pretty quick. Tell me what you did starting with the Lord Arcanum and the Evocators.
The Lord Arcanum and the Evocators are flanking to the right.
Yep, so the auto ran.
Or these guys auto ran. These guys just did a normal run.
That's right, that's right. And
so
you towed onto that objective.
We towed on.
Yep.
And that guy got within an inch, so we have a couple wards from this mystical terrain. These guys towed into that terrain, so they have a ward with that mystical terrain because we have this endless spell.
Yes, there's the burning sigil that cannot be unbound and came out before the battle began.
These guys ran a whopping 1 inch.
Yep, they tried really hard to get onto the objective, but they couldn't do it. So you had to call in the big guns.
So
let's go over here to this phalanx.
Guided by lightning, so with outside of 7 inches. And then these guys came down right behind them, and then Gardus came down right behind them. So we have this whole block of awesomeness. And they're going to explode some mortals. We'll do that in just a second, right after we see what David's Endless spell did.
Yeah, so you can see that he's threatening some pink horrors here. This side of the flank is relatively safe, but Michael has done a good job of setting up for me to come over there with a counter strike, so that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at my Endless spell. Okay, there's 3 units that are within 9 inches of the burning sigil of Tzeentch. This typically happens after a unit finishes a move, but we wanted to wait until we got back on camera to show you. So there's these Liberators here, these Evocators, and then the Liberators on the far side over here. On a 4-up, they're going to take D3 mortal wounds. If I slay a model in this fashion, then I replace it with a Chaos Spawn. So let's start with the Liberators that are standing on the right side off the objective. They take D3.
Uh-oh.
For 1.
Okay.
Oh, it wasn't enough, guys.
Because they don't have the ward.
Yeah, they don't have the ward. Okay, let's try the Evocators.
Okay.
They take 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. So not on the leader. Let's put it on this one right here.
Okay. So we'll put 2 wounds over there on the Evocator. Michael could have had a ward save there, but he doesn't want to wound his leader, so that's what's going on. And then let's check the other Liberators, see what happens. They take for 2.
Okay. Success?
Oh no!
This is fantastic. We're so
Okay.
excited.
He dies.
Okay, he's died.
Okay. Yes.
So, so we didn't have them ready, so we kit bashed.
Yeah.
And this guy
Here,
is
I want to hold it
awesome.
right in front of the camera for
so
you guys.
good.
This is pretty amazing. That's going to be our Chaos Spawn. And he just needs to be within 3 inches of the unit where the model died. So I'm going to go ahead and get him set up. And then we're going to go over to the Annihilators for their splash damage.
Go Spawny. Go Spawny. Go
Spawny. Michael has smashed down from reserves, and on my front rank, there's some pink horrors, and then on the side of my flank, there are some Screamers of Tzeentch. They are both within 10 inches of the Annihilators, so you're going to roll a dice for each of them, and on a 3-up, I'm going to take D3 mortal wounds.
So on the Screamers, take 3 mortals.
3 mortal wounds, oh my gosh. Okay.
And then on the pinks, no.
Okay. So you're going to try to charge with the Annihilators now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So you need a 7 because you're within 7 inches.
Hup. That's 6. So we
okay.
spend the command point.
Nope, you don't need to spend a command point.
Oh,
they get to reroll.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There you go.
That was a 12.
That's what you wanted. Okay, they're in. Now you get to roll 12 freaking dice. You went from rolling a not good charge to a super strong bomb charge. 4-ups or mortals?
It's definitely 4-ups. Five mortals.
Okay. Okay. He did 5 mortals to me, so we're gonna replace 5 of these pink horrors with blue horrors, and we will be right back to start combat phase. Okay, Michael completed his charge. We added 10 blue horrors in there because he did 5 mortal wounds. And now I'm deciding if I want to unleash hell. It's on 6s.
Yeah.
But if I could just get to work on these, that seems okay. I'm going to be getting another command point at the beginning of next turn. I need an all-out defense. I'm going to do it, dude, just because I think it's fun.
Okay.
All right, let's unleash hell. So we need to figure out how many attacks we have. I get 3 for each pink horror, so that's 12. Then the iridescent gets 6, so that's 18. And I get 2 attacks for each of the blue horrors, so that's 38 attacks.
Yes.
Yes, that's 38 shots on 6s, Michael. On 6s, okay? Okay, 38 attacks on 6s.
You want to start with 25?
We're gonna start with 25, yep. So let's do 25. Oh yeah, Michael, we got 3.
Okay.
That's not too bad. Okay, now we've got 13 more attacks. Okay, all right, Michael. 5 hits.
Yep.
Okay, 5 hits on 38 dice. That's almost math. I needed 1 more 6. Okay, 4s. Make 2 saves. I dare you to roll a 1, dude.
2-ups.
Oh, it was worth a try. Okay, good stuff. So I'm now to do command points, and we're gonna get into combat. Where do you want to start?
We are going to start here.
Okay.
We're going to all-out attack.
Okay. I shall all out defense.
Splendid.
And you are -1 to hit.
Right.
Because you're attacking a demon.
And he's within 12 inches of a demon hero because of locus of something or other.
Locus of change.
There it is.
So you're -1 to hit. I'm -1 to hit because you just came using Scions of the Storm.
Yep.
Okay. So go ahead and attack me. You got 10 attacks.
Hitting on 3s. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wound on 3s.
Okay.
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 4 at -1 rend.
So 4 or 5 ups because I have a 5-up save, and then I did all out defense.
Ooh, you saved 2 of them.
Yep, save 2 of them, so I take 6 damage.
6 damage.
Okay, so the pink horrors are now dead, so give me the rest of the blue horrors. Okay.
This is great.
So now Michael he did 6 damage, and I only had 5 pink horrors left. So Michael, give me a brimstone horror. So they're done attacking. Let's go ahead and go over to the chaos spawn, dude. I get free attacks with a unit that just showed up out of nowhere. Michael, okay.
You're making me nervous.
Before I activate this chaos spawn, it has a couple abilities, okay? The first ability is Spawn of Sorcery. Heal all of the wounds allocated to this unit if a wizard within 9 inches of this unit successfully casts a spell that's not unbound. So that's kind of cool. If he doesn't die, he might heal himself. But I also have Writhing Tentacles. So if the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with this Freakish Mutations, which is his melee attack, is 6, that target suffers a mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. So he does mortals.
That sounds good.
So that's kind of cool. He's got 2d6 attacks.
What's his rend characteristic?
It's just 4s, no rend.
Okay.
But if I roll a 6, it just punches a mortal wound. So that's pretty sweet. All right, let's see what we can do here. How about 9?
9. That's your number,
attacks,
right?
Yes. Yeah, 9 attacks.
It's meant to be.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8.
That little
9.
dude, he's just rock on.
Okay. This is 4s and 4s, Michael.
Okay.
3 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
3 mortal wounds.
Okay. So let's take the first 2, because that guy has 2 wounds. I have 1 guy on the Mystic.
Yep.
So I have 2 wards here. Okay, that guy dies.
Okay.
And then the guy in the back will take a mortal.
Okay. On a 4-up, you get to pile in and fight the Chaos Spawn. See if that happens.
Let's do it.
Because of Hallowed Knights.
Hook.
Okay.
I do not.
He does not get to pile in, and he was too far away to explode.
Correctamundo.
Okay.
Okay. So 3 attacks from El Sargento. This is from the Grand Weapon. 3s.
Okay.
Because of not Locust. And we're going to wound on 2s because we are... No, that didn't go off. I tried to empower them. Remember?
Correct.
Didn't go off.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you're
so
3s
and
3s. Yep.
2 hits. 2 wounds. Rend 1.
Ah, I failed them both.
2 damage piece.
Okay, so he takes 4 damage. He's still alive though, Michael.
And now
he's got 5 wounds.
Heaven Wrought Weapons.
Okay.
These are going to be 3s and 4s. Okay, 2 wounds. Rend 1.
Oh, you killed my free unit. Good job. Good job.
Remove him.
Okay. He'll be back. Good stuff. Let's go over to the blue horrors and do some slappy hands. Okay.
Do you need more dice?
Michael, I do not need more dice. 22 attacks coming at you. Or, I'm sorry, 21 attacks coming at you.
Okay. Because of shock and awe, you're -1 hit. So
I'm -1 hit, so this is 5s and 4s. 4s. Michael, make 4 saves.
Give me some 2s. Failed 2.
Okay. 2 damage.
5 ups.
Yeah. Oh, 1 damage.
Damage.
Nice job.
Thank you, Gardus.
Well, that was lots of fun.
That was super fun.
You gonna auto pass your liberators?
I will auto pass my liberators.
Okay, sounds good. So how many command points does that leave you with?
Just the one from the general in the back.
Okay, gotcha.
And he'll immediately get that again.
Well, let's get on the hero cam and let you know how many points Michael scored. Michael, that was so fun. I
Yeah.
feel like a little kid right now. That was so fun. I got a spawn to come out, do 3 mortal wounds, and he killed a liberator, which was great, but then he died a terrible death, but why not? That was 5 extra wounds added to the army that already has like 180 wounds before summon, so that was good. You auto-passed morale.
I did.
I decided to use 1 destiny dice over here on a battle shock roll that I couldn't fail, just to get rid of a destiny dice that sucks, so I can try to get a better one.
Which is smart. I like that. I scored 4 points. I hold 1, I hold more, and I did complete my battle tactic.
Yes.
That endless spell is so much fun. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to take it, and I was excited for it. I did mismeasure my own evocators, so I definitely didn't mean to be getting hit in the back, but you could kill an evocator right now, and
which would be kind of cool.
It'd be
and
super funny.
We read the rule 3 times for this endless spell because we're like, whoa, it's not when you finish a move within 9, it's at the end of the movement phase. You roll a dice for every unit within 9. So that's enemy and friendly models, which means that if you're within 9 of it and you're going second, it means that it's going to happen 3 times to you. So there's a good possibility there will be another spawn coming out. Also, it happens to my units. If I kill a pink horror with this thing, it's not going to do anything because pink horrors, when they die, will split and split again, and they won't be counted slain.
Okay.
So anyway, that's a lot of fun. We're gushing over this battle plan already.
So let's do, what's your battle tactic for this turn?
My battle tactic is going to be Tides of Anarchy. This is
Anarchy!
This is a Tzeentch one. You complete this battle tactic if you gain control of an objective that was controlled by your opponent at the start of the hero phase. So he controls this one right now. And you have 9 or more friendly models within 6 inches of that objective when you gain control of it. So if I have 9 or more models on this at the end of my turn, I will complete the battle tactic. Seems pretty easy.
Sounds great.
Yep. And I can gain control of it reliably because these are expert conquerors and there's 10 of them. So that's what I'm going to do for my battle tactic. For my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to get a command point with the Tzaangor Shaman again. I get it with a 5.
I'm going to try and get a command point with the Lord Arcanum. Nope.
Okay. And your Lord Imperatant has one, and then you've got another one start a turn. So you've got 2 command points, correct?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go ahead and get into some casting.
Let's do it.
The first thing I'm going to cast is Bolt of Tzeentch. And that is going to come from this Acolyte right here.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry.
Shaman.
This Arcanite right here, the Shaman, yes. He's +1 to cast because he's under the umbrella of the Lord of Change.
Okay.
So let's see what he gets. That's an 8.
Okay.
Would you like to unbind?
Yeah. Because Bolt of Change is an 18-inch range that does D6 mortals.
D6 mortal wounds. Yep.
Yeah, I don't like.
And that's from him.
So let's do with the Lord Arcanum.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay. I'm gonna give myself a fate point, so I'm up to 3. And then the Paladins right here are gonna take D6 mortal wounds for 3.
Okay.
And then you've got a 5-up ward
5-up
because
wards.
of Gardus.
Stayed 1, but they still dies. This guy dies, and then he explodes.
He gets to explode. Grow my unit, baby.
No.
Okay. That was fun.
That was
Let's
fun.
backpedal just a little bit. I am going to use his artifact once per battle
To get 3 fate points.
to get 3 fate points. So that's going to take me up to 6. And then I'm going to roll for this banner. If I roll a 3 up, I'm going to get another fate point.
Nope.
No. Okay, so we've got 6 fate points so far. Okay, let's continue with casting. Now the Lord of Change is going to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm. Cast value of 8, range of 12. If successfully cast, pick 1 enemy unit within range and visible, roll 9 dice. For each 6, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Woof.
So let's go on them again.
Yep.
Okay, and now he can re-roll casting rolls because of his artifact. That was actually his command trait that I used earlier. So let's see what he gets. Okay,
That's a 13.
that's a 13 because the 1 turns into a 6, and then he's +1 because Beacon of Sorcery.
It's awesome.
So it goes off, cannot be unbound. All right, so we're looking for 6s here. Hopefully we get at least 1. Let's see what happens. Yep, we get 1. So that's going to be D3 mortal wounds for 3. You saw that 3 mortal wounds, and it shocked you so hard that you just dropped a dice on the ground.
5s.
Nice.
1 damage.
Just take 1 mortal wound. Okay, excellent.
Very, very helpful.
Gardus is getting his points already. Okay, let's do the Lord of Change. Let's do his second spell. His second spell is going to be from his War Scroll.
This is a cool spell. It's like he's shooting the Roman candle from...
Yeah, pew pew! This is called Infernal Gateway. Casting value is 7, range of 18, a successfully cast, pick an enemy unit, roll 9 dice. Now he has a damage table. Right now it's a 3-up, so I roll 9 dice and each 3-up is a mortal wound.
Yeah.
So goes off on a 7, let's see what happens. That's a 13 again, so it can't be unbound. This is on 3s into the Paladins. Okay, take 7 mortal wounds.
Wow, 3, 6, 7 mortal wounds, 5s. So 3, you got him.
Okay, you've got 8 dice to explode into me. Holy cow, Michael.
So 4 mortals back to you.
Okay, I don't have a mortal wound save. So why don't you hand me 4 brimstone horrors? That's gonna give me another 2 fate points because both of his spells were successful.
So you're up to 8.
So I'm up to 8, correct? Okay, and then we're going to cast with the blue scribes. The blue scribes know every spell in the book.
The Lord of Change just did so many mortals.
I know. He's just like, squawk. just squawking mortals.
Oh man, I was like, they have a 2-up save and a 5-up ward. They should be able to hit. They'll be fine.
We'll be totally fine.
And I rolled good too. And
I know.
They still just. Oh god, no!
Oh my gosh! At least they didn't turn into chaos spawns.
Oh, that's so great.
I'm going to cast, Michael, I'm going to cast Shield of Fate. Now it typically has a casting value of 6, but I'm going to use the Blue Scribe special ability. So if I roll a 2-up, it goes off, cannot be unbound. Here's what it does. I look at how many Destiny dice I have. And depending on how many dice I have, it gives me an effect. 1 to 3 dice, I have a ward of 6-up on a unit. 4 to 6, I have a ward of 5-up on a unit. If I have between 7 and 9 Destiny dice, I have a ward of 5-up. And I also ignore spells on a 4-up.
Sounds great.
Yep. So since I have 8 Destiny dice, if this goes off, I'm going to have a 5-up ward, 4-up spell ignore, and I'm going to choose to put it on this unit of pink horrors right here.
Sounds great. Goes off on 2-up. Do it.
1 friendly Tzeentch unit wholly within range. It goes off with a 5.
Nice.
Cannot be unbound, and that's going to give me 1 more fate point for 9. That's not enough to summon anything, but it's pretty darn close.
As if they weren't hard enough to kill already, now they have a 5-up ward.
And a 4-up spell ignore, baby. Yeah,
so good.
So I dig it. So let's just go ahead and get into movement phase, and we'll show you what the crazy Tzeentch army has up their sleeves.
Tzeentch have completed their movement phase. David, walk us through what you got going on over here. Starting in this way back over here, we got some
screamers here. They're just playing screen right now because there's 2 of them left, and that seems like the right thing to do. This unit of horrors just moved 5 inches so they can still shoot and potentially charge. Lord of Change hanging out in the bubble. He's got some Enlighten behind him. We've got the Skyfires front and center so they can start shooting things. We've got a unit of 10 pink horrors who auto-ran so I could get my battle tactic, which was to have 9 models on this objective, wholly within 6 at the end of my turn. Back here, we've got another unit of Enlightened helping to screen blue scribes right in the center there, and then we've got some screamers over on the flank.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's so good. Let's get into the movement phase, but before we do, let's see what this endless spell is going to do.
Okay, so the Burning Sigil of Tzeentch is within 9 of many models.
Many
units and models. Within 9 of, unfortunately, these Skyfires. Didn't mean to do that, but both units of horrors, the Shaman, and then Evocators, Liberators. So let's do my own guys first, because that seems fun and thematic. Let's start with the Skyfires on a 4-up. They're fine, thank goodness. The pink horrors will ignore the spell on a 4-up because of the spell that went off on them. They do not ignore it, so now on a 4-up, they're going to take D3. They do, they're going to take 3. So
you have a 5-up board?
I do have a 5-up board. Thank you for reminding me. Good opponent. So 2 pink horrors die. I got 4 blue horrors right here, Mike.
This is the best spell ever. It's just...
Okay.
We're like, what if we put this in the middle and put our whole armies around it?
Yeah. What if we just put this endless spell here that can't be unbound for the whole first battle round, and we get everything within 9 inches of it? That sounds fantastic. That sounds fun. Okay, let's go on the other Horrors of Tzeentch.
Yep.
On a 4-up, they're fine.
Okay.
Okay, now we get to go on the Stormcast Eternals. Oh, I'm sorry, Tzaangor Shaman.
The Shaman.
Oh, come on, Shaman. For 3? Oh my gosh. What a knucklehead. I was going to charge him in, but now he's going to have to stay out so he can do heroic recovery.
Liberators.
Darn it. Okay, let's roll for the Liberators that are closest to the endless spell. Nope. Let's roll for the Evocators.
Oh, please, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, he's not dead.
He's not dead. I didn't get a spawn. It would have been so fun to lock them down, even though he would have just died immediately. But
okay. You have one more over here.
Yep, on the Liberators on the other side. Let's see what happens.
Come on, Spawny.
Nope, no spawn. Well, that's no fun. Okay, so that craziness is complete. Let's go ahead and get into shooting. Let's start with the Horrors of Tzeentch. All right, I've got 30 attacks with the Magical Flames going into the Vindictor squad that's right there next to Gardus. So let's go ahead and see what happens. This is 5s and 4s, no modifiers. It hurts so bad, 5s and 4s. After playing Elite Armies so much, it's like, oh my gosh. I roll 30 dice and I get 10, which is exactly math.
It's fun to roll 30 dice, though.
I do like rolling 30 dice. Okay? Foreskins. Make 4 saves, no rend.
3s?
Ah, all right, you got 1 wound on a 5.
5?
Okay.
1 damage.
Lord of Change has the Rod of Sorcery. It's 18-inch range. He's within range, and it's 2d6 attacks.
Into the Vindictors.
Yep, into the Vindictors.
6 shots.
6 shots. This is going to be 3s and 3s. Make 2 saves. This is -1.
4s. Save them both.
Nice save. Okay, let's go ahead and shoot with the Skyfires. The Skyfires are going to shoot into Gardus Steelsoul.
Yeah.
And they ignore modifiers.
Right.
So he's not -1 to hit.
Yeah.
They're on 4s and 3s with 4 attacks. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do an all-out attack. We're going to go ahead and shoot with their 4 attacks. For one of their attacks, so before I roll, I'm going to use a Destiny dice. I'm going to use one of my 3s. So I have one that automatically hits. Okay.
You're doing that just to use it up?
Just to use it up.
Got it.
Okay. And then I'm going to roll 3 dice. 3s and 3s. Okay.
Isn't it 4? Oh, you had one that other hit. Got it. My brain kicked in.
And then we're going to roll our wounds. This is 3s again. Okay, so Gardus Steelsoul has 3 saves to make. He's -1, so he's on 4s.
4s? I've healed them all, David.
Okay, that's 3d3 damage. Yes, 3d3 damage. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage.
5s?
Oh, he's on a wound.
Jeez.
Good job. He's on a wound.
That was surprising.
Don't kill Gardus. Okay, I believe I am done with shooting. So let's just go ahead and get onto the hero cam and we'll score me up.
All right, Tzeentch have completed their turn, and it was a crazy turn. David, how did you score?
I scored 4 points. Hold 1, hold 2. I'm sorry, hold 1, hold more. Completed my battle tactic, which was to have 9 or more models on that objective in the center of the board. So that was fun. I'm still not quite sure why I took my shaman over there, but now I'll heroic recovery him or something. I don't know. Hey, this is my first time playing this army, guys. I wanted to go kill liberators with something I didn't care about. So yeah, board state is looking really fun right now. Like, I think either of us could take a double turn, but there's also going to be some work done in the second battle round, so let's go ahead and get into it. 4 to 4. Michael went first. Michael breaks ties. Let's see what he gets. All right. I rolled a 1. I'm assuming, Michael, that you want to take the turn.
Yep, I'm going to continue with turn order.
Okay, let's go ahead and continue with turn order. We'll be back in a minute to show you what he did. Well, we almost decided for Michael to take the turn, or not take the turn, because we were looking at the board state, but he made a decision. He's going to take the turn so he can have fun with Gardus and his bounty hunters before they die. What's your battle tactic going to be, brother?
So we're going to do gaining momentum.
Yeah.
I do control 1, 2, 3 points. Like, I'm not scoring on those points for main victory points, but I still control them.
But at least you can get your battle tactic.
So I can get my battle tactic. I just need to kill something, and there are some things that I should be able to kill.
Any one unit.
Yeah.
Just any one unit, and then he'll complete that. So that's pretty good.
Don't I have to declare for?
Nope. You just have to kill a unit.
I have to have gaining momentum. I have to pick one unit.
Okay. What unit would you pick?
The easiest unit to probably kill is actually going to be the shaman who's standing in front.
Yeah, I would kill the Tzaangor shaman if I was you too.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And you already know that I'm going to try to heroic recovery him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So let's do heroic actions.
Okay, but before we get into heroic actions, we didn't tell you, but I activated my own objective. I think that's the smart thing to do. Lord of Change is standing on it, Blue Scribes are standing on it, and I've got some other models as well. So this is the one that's activated. I did not make it a proving ground because I don't have any Galatian vets on it.
Okay, yeah.
I wonder though, should I make it a proving ground?
You probably should.
Okay, sounds good. So we are going to make this a proving ground.
Yep.
Just because it's going to be tough for Michael to get a Galatian veteran unit on there, and I do control it. I just can't score victory points on it unless I have a Galatian veteran unit on it in my turn.
Let's do some casting. So the evocators would like to empower themselves.
Okay.
Does not go off.
Okay.
The Lord Arcanum is going to cast Empower on the evocators.
Celestial Blades.
Celestial Blades, did not go off.
Okay. Come on, get some spells off, man.
I'm trying.
I want fate points.
I want the Gnashing Jaws.
Okay.
So did I say the Lord Arcanum? Because the Imperatant.
Yeah, the Imperatant
has Celestial Blades. Now the Lord Arcanum is going to do the Gnashing Jaws.
Okay. I'm going to let it go off.
6. It does go off on a 6.
Okay, cool. It's going to come out.
Oh boy.
Michael has finished summoning the Gnashing Jaws, wholly within 8 of the caster, which is the Lord Arcanum. It's chilling right here, right in the middle, and...
We forgot to do heroic actions, though.
We did forget to do heroic actions.
Because I know you want to do heroic actions.
So I'm going to go up to 10 fate points. Now, I am going to attempt to do... Well, let me see. What's the Tzaangor Shaman's Bravery? 6.
Ooh.
No, he's dead to me. I'm going to try to get another command point with my Blue Scribes.
Okay. I'm going to try and get a command point with the Lord Arcanum. Yes.
Okay, you gets it.
Done. Got it. Okay, great. That was my hero phase stuff. So let's move the Gnashing Jaws.
Yep, let's move the Gnashing Jaws. 6 whole inches. You can re-roll though, because it came out this turn.
Yes.
And I know you're gonna roll better than that. Oh my gosh! You rolled a 4. You can't hit any of my units, I don't think.
Dude, that's terrible.
What just happened?
So the Gnashing Jaws came out, rolled really badly, and that's statistically that's insanely
a 6 and then a 4, yeah.
an
3 2s
insanely
and then a 2 and 2
chance.
1s. Yeah.
Anyways, he can't hurt this shaman because it's his move characteristic versus its move characteristic. He can't do anything.
Right, and he moved 16.
He couldn't move these guys. So the worst he could do is just get in my way. So I just moved him slightly out of my way.
Yep. I like it. I'm not mad at all about that. Okay, cool. So you're done casting.
Yep.
Correct?
It's movement.
Yeah, let's get into movement. We'll be back in a second. Michael, you've completed your movement phase. Tell me what you did, starting with your evocators.
The evocators on Dracoline moved around the side to try and stay outside of 9 and not turn into a spawn.
Yep. So staying away from the endless spell that's still sitting there being annoying. And then the liberators?
The liberators are hugging that terrain feature because it's mystical and it's giving them a 6-up ward. So
yep.
They're going to hide in there.
Okay.
My Lord Arcanum moved to the side, triggering a redeploy.
I redeployed 5 inches into the horrors just to hopefully get some extra attacks into the general, which is good. And then
Gardus.
over here.
We're anticipating Gardus dying, so Gardus is going to send it.
Yeah, he's got 1 wound left, and he's like, blah, 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 bring it on. And then the Vindictors are also in tow. They've got like a 6-inch charge or something like that.
Yep.
And then you've got your libs standing on this objective over here.
Happy.
All right, good
that's
stuff.
it. Let's see what that endless spell can do.
All right, let's roll some dice for this silly endless spell. I want to start with my own units again because that's fun. Let's do the horrors that are on the right side of the shaman.
Yes.
Yes. 2 mortal wounds. Can I have 2 horrors, please? Okay, let's see if the shaman kills himself. Oh no. He's got 6 wounds, so if I roll a 5 or a 6, he's dead. Okay, he's fine. He takes 1 mortal wound. Let's do the Skyfires. Skyfires are fine. Let's see if I ignore that spell with the pink horrors that have spell ignore.
Yep.
Yep, they ignore it.
Okay.
And now we can get into your units.
The Liberators?
Yep, let's roll for the Liberators.
Yes.
2 mortal wounds.
I need double 6s.
Holy cow, I saw that 6, and I was like, it's gonna happen.
So he's dead, and here is a Sequitur spawn.
Okay, that's perfect. Here's the other amazing spawn that Michael made. Soak that in. I'm gonna put this within 3 inches of this unit right here. Michael and I were talking for a second. So I can put that spawn within 3 inches of the slain model's unit. So it's going to go within 3 inches of the evocators to stuff their charge so they can't charge into
Pinks.
my juicy bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. They can still pile into pinks and stuff like that, but it's just gonna, you know.
It's not nearly as good.
Not nearly as good, yeah. So Endless Spell for the win. And then we've got to just roll for the Lord Arcanum that's behind the Gnashing Jaws. Nope. Gardus in the distance is gonna fire D6 shots into the Shaman.
1 shot.
Okay, -1 to hit.
Hits.
Hits.
Wounds.
Okay.
Rend 1.
Saved it with a 6.
Good talk. Okay, let's charge.
Here we are for charges. Michael is gonna charge Gardus Steelsoul first. Are you gonna use this ability?
I'm gonna do the Saintly Assault.
Okay, Saintly Assault. What that means is every unit wholly within 12 of Gardus can reroll their charges, and if they're wholly within 12 during the combat phase, they're gonna be +1 to attacks. Starting with Gardus.
Hup.
He goes in so freaking hard with an 8. Boop. He's like, I'm gonna kill me some horrors.
Horrors.
Horror.
The Vindictors behind him.
6 should be fine. The Lord Arcanum has like an 8-inch charge, but Michael has a once per battle ability. Michael, do you want to use your Luck Stone right now?
I do. So I'm going to foresee the future and turn that roll into a 12.
Okay, so Michael is just going to automatically charge 12 right in to the juicy bits. The Lord Arcanum is going to activate into the Tzaangor Sham.
This is the battle tactic, so let's all out attack.
Okay. I feel like I want to all-out defense.
Sure.
So he's on a 3-up before Rend.
So let's do 4 attacks. 2s. And 3s. So 1 and -1.
I failed it.
2 damage.
He's dead.
Nailed it.
Battle tactic complete.
Battle tactic complete.
Goodbye, Shaman. Okay, the Chaos Spawn has 2d6 attacks. 4 attacks. This is 4s and 4s. 1 mortal wound.
Okay. that kills 1.
Okay. 1 mortal wound. He's
Kills
within
it.
an inch of the terrain.
6. Dead.
Okay. We got us an evocator.
Gonna activate with Gardus Steelsoul. He's doing the Saintly Assault, so he gets 1 extra attack, so he has 6 attacks with the Rune Blade and War Hammer.
Okay.
So these are 3s, and ooh, they're 4s.
Because I -1 to hit
Yeah,
because
so
of the locust. Yes.
4s.
Wow. Hot roll, Gardus.
Hot roll.
He's like, let me show you idiots how it's done.
And 3s. Okay, so that's 5 and -1.
They go through.
Okay, that's 2 damage piece.
Okay, that's 10 damage so far. I'm not going to swap the horrors out yet. Does he have any other attacks?
No.
I am going to swap out the horrors. Hand me 10 brimstones, please. Okay, so we've swapped out the 10 blues that died from Gardus for brimstone horrors. Now we will go ahead and activate all of those horrors, I guess. All right, brimstone and blue horrors are going to fight into the Vindictors with their slappy hands. Brimstones actually have 2 attacks each with their slappy hands. So this is going to be 34 attacks, 4s and 4s going into the Vindictors. All I see is 1s and 2s, Michael.
It's a significant amount of 1s and 2s.
All I see is 1s and 2s. It's totally fine.
This is fine.
If they do any damage at all, I'll be stoked. 4s. Michael, make yourself 6 saves. 3 up, 5 up.
3s.
1 damage.
5. Save it.
Oh, you saved them all. That would have killed 1 Vindictor, too.
It would have.
Okay, well, slappy hands complete. Michael, it's your turn to activate.
Let's see. We're going to activate with the Vindictors because those guys are too far away right now.
Okay.
So it's 11 attacks, 4s.
4s and 3s, yep.
No mortals. So 6 damage. -1.
5 damage.
That is definitely 5.
Okay, 5 damage. So give me, let's see, I would say give me 3 brims, but 2 of them are going to die, so give me 1 brim.
1 brim.
Okay, so I now have lost, I actually have 2 models that have been slain to that unit, because now we're getting into the juice, the brims.
Wow.
I am going to activate with the pink horrors now. 5 attacks going into the Lord Arcanum. This is 4s and 4s. Get it, pink horrors. Okay, that's 10 mortal wounds, and the attack sequence ends. She's dead, just kidding. 4s? Oh yeah, make 2 saves, no rend. Oh, she saved them both. Okay.
So we're going to activate with the Dracolines.
Yep, and only 1 is in range because of the pile-in. So, Michael, you're going to activate into the Screamers with the one that's in range because these are Galatian veterans and you're bounty hunter.
Right.
And then you're going to do your chain lightning after they attack into the spawn. See if you can kill, maximum kill time.
That is the plans. So let's go with the 5 attacks with the sword.
Okay. Nice roll.
Nice roll. And 3s, because we did not empower. Only 1 at -1.
Into the Screamers, correct? Yep. 6. Failed it.
2 damage.
Okay.
And then
I take 2.
Le Claws. 3 attacks with the claws. 1 hit. 1 wound. Rend 1. Saved
Saved it with a 6.
And then we're going to zap into the spawn. So 6 zaps.
Mortals on 4s.
Yes.
Okay.
2 mortals.
Okay, he takes it. Oh, hold on, he's within an inch of the mystical terrain. He takes it.
Okay.
We all of a sudden care about terrain rules because it's benefiting us,
Yep.
right?
It's important. It's very important. Okay.
Um,
Now your sky.
Now my sky sharks.
Sky sharks.
Okay, am I gonna pile into you? I guess I should get a couple extra attacks in. They're Galatian veterans, so they fight in 2 ranks. So what I can do is just go boop and boop like that. So we'll do 9 attacks, 3s and 3s. So bad.
At least it's not just one of our rolls are bad. Like both of us are struggling to roll.
Okay, make 2 saves at -1.
Saved 1, failed 1.
Okay, 1 damage. I'll put a marker on him.
Yeah, not on the sergeant, obviously.
I piled in within 3 of the Liberators with that blanket of horrors over there, so Michael's gonna fight. You've got your leader.
3 attacks with grand weapon. 1 hit. 1 wound. That's Ren 1.
So it would go straight through. How many damage?
2 damage.
Okay, 5 up ward because of their spell. Okay, so 2 pinks go down.
And then the regular sword. 1 hit. No wounds.
We're at the end of combat. Michael, you have an ability with your Liberators?
Lay low the tyrants. So on a 4 up, as long as I'm within 6 of an objective, I get to do, on a 4 up, I'll do D3 mortals to the pinks.
Okay,
Yes.
D3.
For 3.
Okay, and then I have a 5 up ward.
Yes.
Take 1.
Okay.
So 2 blue horrors, please. So Michael lay low the tyrants, and I added some blue horrors right here. That's everything, man. I don't have battle shock to take. I don't think you do either.
No.
Okay, let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam and score you up. Michael finished his turn, top of battle round 2. Michael, how many points you score, buddy?
Only 2. I'm not scoring any of the activated objectives, but I did complete my battle tactic just barely of killing that shaman.
That shaman died. Yeah.
So I did get that. So 2 for my battle tactic, and we are getting into David's turn. David, what
Yes.
is your battle tactic?
I'm just going to pick eye for an eye since the shaman died. There's quite a few units that I could zone in on and just take care of. So that's what I'm going to pick. I'm up to 2 command points. Michael, how many command points you got?
1, I'm going to get 1 more at the start of turn, so I'm at 2.
Okay.
And heroic actions.
Okay, before we get into heroic actions, we both have the opportunity to dispel endless spells right now. Would you like to dispel an endless spell? I guess I get to go first.
Yes, and you also get to decide if this is before or after heroic actions, because those are all at the same time.
They're all at the start. Okay. For my heroic action, I'm just going to try to get a command point.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay, I get it. I'm going to give it to my general. Just maximum carnage.
Just smashing models.
Knock him over and break him.
I will try to get a command point with the Lord Arcanum.
You get it. Should have just left that button on her.
Got it, good.
Okay. Now we're at the point where we try to dispel.
Yes.
So I've got a cool ability with the Lord of Change,
I love it.
which you were full well aware of, and you cast the spell anyway, just so we can have some fun.
It is fun.
That
I'm
was
excited.
nice of you.
I'm excited for it.
Okay, so Spell Thief, if its unit successfully dispels an endless spell, instead of dispelling it, you can say that it will steal it. If you do so, this unit gains control of that endless spell and counts as a wizard that summoned it until it is dispelled or another unit steals it.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to attempt to steal the Gnashing Jaws.
Sure.
I'm +1 to dispel, and I can re-roll with the Lord of Change. Let's see what we get. Okay, so that's an 11.
Yep.
So I take control of it.
You do.
Just steal the spell stealer. That's super fun and good.
I suppose I could now try to dispel my own endless spells that you have now captured.
Yeah,
Because I'm going to try and dispel something.
that's true. You could do that.
And it's either going to be the thing that's turning everything into spawns,
Yes.
or the thing that's going to shoot mortals out of its butt.
Mm-hmm.
What's the casting value of the Burning Eye of Tzeentch?
Casting value of 5.
Okay, Burning Eye of Tzeentch, let's get rid of it. Let's do this with the Let's do it with the Lord Imperatant, who's hiding in the back still. Oh wait, he can't see it. No, he has to be able to see it. Let's do it with the Evocators.
Okay.
Hey, they got
it goes away.
Which is great, because if I had picked the Gnashing Jaws, wouldn't have been able to get...
Poof. Casting now?
Let's continue.
Let's go ahead and go to casting. Now I dispelled, so I am down 1 cast right here.
Yes.
So he's going to cast his War Scroll spell on Gardus.
Oh no.
It's a 6/7. I'm going to re-roll it.
Okay.
So I can re-roll.
It's
Okay, now it's a 13. Yep. That's fun. Up to 11 fate points. We're going to roll 9 dice on Gardus. Gardus takes 7 mortal wounds. All 5 up, baby. I don't want to see it.
Okay,
he's super dead. On a 2-up, he gets to pile in and fight.
No, it's in the combat phase.
It's in the combat phase. Okay. Battle tactic complete.
Boop.
Okay, so because I did a dispel with him, that's all of its casting.
Yep.
So now we're going to do the blue scribes. The blue scribes are going to do, let's do Firestorm of Tzeentch, I think. Pick a unit that's within 12. I roll 9 dice and 6s are D3 mortal wounds.
Just chuck it at the Lord Arcanum.
No, I'm going to chuck it at the evocators, and I'm going to use a special ability so where it just goes off on a 2-up and cannot be unbound.
Yep.
Okay, it goes off. 12 fate points. But no mortal wounds. Ugh, I hate it. All right, man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it was.
But I did get my fate point, so at least now I have enough to summon. I got 12 fate points. I'm going to roll a dice for this banner, and on a 3-up I get 1 more fate point. I do not.
Okay.
Michael, I think that's the end of my hero phase.
3d6.
Yep, so let's roll 3d6 and move the Gnashing Jaws. Roll a 10. Okay, so the Gnashing Jaws has finished moving. It's right over here. It rolled a 10 and is going into the Liberators. So on a 2-up, I do
5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds. Okay. That's really the end of the hero phase. This is wild, crazy wild stuff. Let's get into movement phase and we'll show you what I did.
All right, everyone. Here is the Gnashing Jaws that betrayed me.
Betrayal! I think you did the right thing getting rid of that burning sigil though, because that thing was just dumping spawns.
Just
Dumping spawns. Yeah, so let's start in the meat right here.
Right in the meat, right in the middle.
I decided to stay in combat with these 2 units, with this unit of pink horrors. They no longer have their 5-up ward and 4-up spell ignore because I didn't cast that spell. The chaos spawn just retreated, so I have an extra unit to play with. This unit of Enlightened moved forward, getting ready to charge into the evocators. This unit retreated over the top of the evocators and came back over here, so we'll have some mortal wounds to roll against them because of their Sky Shark ability. Blue Scribes, safe in the center of the castle. Lord of Change, safe in the center of the castle. Back here, at the end of the movement phase, I used 10 fate points to summon 10 blue horrors to make sure I can actually hold this, since it's a proving ground. This unit of Enlightened is just screening, and then this unit of Horrors is going to stay in with the Vindictors to try to maybe kill one with shooting. And then these Sky Sharks flew over the top of the Vindictors and landed right there outside of 3, so we'll have some mortal wounds to roll against them as well. So let's go ahead and get set up for the first shooting attack, and before we do that, we will just see if the Sky Sharks do anything. All right, we're here on the main cam just so I can kind of point at what we're doing here. So the Sky Sharks are here. They flew over the evocators and landed back here as a retreat move. So now on 4-ups, the evocators are going to take mortals. Let's see what happens. 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
You are within an inch, so see if you ward it. Okay, we'll roll him to 2. And then the Sky Sharks on this side that flew over this unit of Vindictors. Let's see if we do any mortals. 1 mortal wound into them.
3-up or 4-up. Let's see if he fights. He doesn't.
Okay. Okay, pink horrors right here are within 3 inches of the Lord Arcanum and the Liberators, so they can shoot into either unit. So I'm going to shoot the whole unit into the Liberators, hoping that I can lift them off the board. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 14, The iridescent gives me 6, so that's 20, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38 shots going into the Liberators. So I'll get those dice ready and then we'll roll it. All right, into the Liberators, 5s and 4s. Yeah, 15 hits. All right, Liberators have 6 saves to make. Minus nothing.
3s. Oh no.
4 damage, but they have a ward.
Oh no.
Oh no, okay.
Okay, let's see.
They both die. Let's see if they pile in and fight.
Let's see if the bat guy can fight. Nope. Let's see if the sergeant can fight. Yes.
Okay, so the bat guy dies, and then the sergeant fights and then explodes.
So
Let's see what happens.
Sergeant fighting. They all miss. Explosions. He does not explode.
Okay, would you like to call for aid, Michael?
Not yet.
Okay, so those horrors are done shooting. Let's go ahead and look at the horrors that are in combat with the Vindictors. 18 attacks from the Brimstones into the Vindictors, 5s and 4s. 2 hits, Michael.
Okay.
1 wound.
Get out. Saved it.
Wow, how dare you?
I'm glad that's the content that people they tune in for.
Okay, Lord of Change that you can see in the distance, he's going to shoot into the same target. He's got 2d6 attacks for 3. This is 3s and 3s. Okay, make 2 saves at -1, Michael.
Failed them both.
Single damage.
Okay, let's see if this guy can pile in and fight. He does.
Ah, he does.
1 hit.
Okay.
1 wound. 1 damage.
Okay, and then he explodes.
Explodes. 1 mortal.
Okay, let's go ahead and shoot the Skyfires. Skyfires are going to shoot into the Evocators.
Skyfires into the evocators.
I'm going to use 1 fate dice, a 4, for 1 to automatically hit, and then I'm going to roll the other 3.
Oop.
Okay, so we've got D3 mortal wounds and 1 other hit. So let's roll out the mortals. 2 mortal wounds. Okay, and then 3s. And then 1 save at -1.
Save the save.
Wow, nice job. Okay, so you've got D3 mortals for 2. Now you've got 6 up wards. Okay, so 4. That's all my shooting, man.
Splendid. Charges?
Yep, let's go ahead and charge. All I have to charge are the Enlightened into the Evocators. Skyfires? Okay, they get a 5.
Enlightened. You definitely don't want to charge with your Skyfires.
Enlightened, not the Skyfires. Skyfires don't want to be in combat.
No.
Okay. These are bounty hunters and nobody cares. Let's go over to the Screamers and see if they get a charge. The Screamers going into the Vindictors. 6, that's just fine. That's enough for them to go boop, boop, and fly over 1 more time. So let's see if they take any mortals. 1 mortal wound.
Okay.
All right, those Skyfires are dead to me. They've done plenty of stuff now, so let's go ahead and activate the Enlightened first. Okay, Tzaangor Enlightened on discs are gonna go ahead and do all-out attack with 1 of my 2 command points. And then they're +1 to wound because I'm going second in this battle round. So they're +1 to hit, +1 to wound, so we're looking at 3s and 2s. We'll fight with the leader first.
We're gonna throw an all-out defense.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna fight with the Tzeentchian Spears first. This is gonna be 10 attacks because the leader has an extra 1, 3s and 2s. Sorry, Michael, I forgot that you can't use commands against
you're right.
Enlightened.
You're right.
Yep, so keep your command point.
No
and
command
you've got 5 saves at -1.
It's really good that you can't all-out defense against them because it kind of makes them like subtly AP2 or Ren 2.
Yeah.
So 5s. I saved 1, David.
All right, that's 8 damage, but you have wards.
I have 1 ward.
Yep, okay, see if you get it. Okay.
Dead.
Dead, okay.
So that's the squad.
Yep, that's the squad. 1 explodes.
1 explodes.
5 dice.
1 mortal to you.
Oh, we'll just take it. Lord Arcanum will all-out attack. Do you want to just use the Lord Arcanum's command point?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, Lord Arcanum.
Hitting on 3s?
Everything hits.
No hit. On 3s. So 2. -1.
6s. Failed them both.
It's 2 damage piece.
Okay, so that's 4. So let's go everybody but the Bannerman. May I have 8 blues, please, Michael? Okay, and now you've got your mount.
Monstrous Claws.
Nice.
Okay. 3 hits. 2 wounds.
Rend 1.
And 1.
I failed them both.
Okay. They're D3 damage. So 5 damage.
Okay, so hand me 2 blues and 4 brimstones, please. All right, Lord Arcanum is done fighting. Let's go ahead and go over to the Brimstone Horrors. Michael, this is 32 attacks, 4s and 4s, going into the Vindictors. Brimstones get slappy, dude.
Yeah, it's a fair amount of attacks.
You get 2 slappy hands because there's actually 2 brims on that base.
Yeah. You know what's nice is they all are holding hands.
Yeah, they
they're
are
friends.
so happy. Yeah, it's like the brooms in Fantasia, but little flames. Okay. You all out attack? You all out defense? Oh, okay. Well, take your 7 2-ups.
Let's do some 1s. Nailed
A
it.
single 1.
Crushed it.
That was garbage. Okay. You're gonna fight with the Vindictors now, I'm assuming.
I am.
What are they gonna fight
They're
into?
all going in here.
Okay.
Because I might actually make a couple runs from leadership.
You could.
I could.
Yeah.
I have 7 attacks.
Okay. -1 to hit because of the locust.
One.
It goes through. Yipe! Okay, Brimstone dies. Let's fight with the 2 Screamers.
Yep.
This is 3s and 3s on 6 attacks. Everything hit. 3 wounds, -1. So you're on 3s because you did all out defense.
Failed 2.
Okay. Does it pile in and fight?
Let's see. Hoop.
It does not, but it explodes.
Nothing.
Okay. Leader left. Oh no, you've got 2 models left there. Okay. Now I've got blue horrors. 11 slappy hands from the blue horrors into the Lord Arcanum, 4s and 4s. It was slaptastic. We got 6 hits. Let's see what we get for wounds. Make 3 saves.
3 ups. Save them all.
Okay. Well, blue horrors doing what they do best. Nothing.
That's it.
Cool. All right, let's get on the hero cam and see how many points I scored.
All right, Tzeentch have completed their turn. David, how did you score?
I scored 5. Hold 1, 2 more. Completed my
Battle tactic.
battle tactic.
So it's 9 to my 6.
9 to 6. Yep. We're getting into a roll off. Michael breaks ties. Let's see what happens.
Oop. Uh-oh, that's bad. Oh, I break ties.
Michael
Okay.
breaks ties.
I get one more turn, everybody.
That's cool. Yeah, now he's going to bring in the heavy hitters. So we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 3, Stormcast Eternals. Here we are for the top of Battle Round 3. Michael, what's your battle tactic, bro?
Eye for an eye.
Okay.
We still have our hardest hitters off the table, so we'll try and bring something in to see if we can kill something.
Yep, sounds good. And then heroic actions.
I want to do Finest Hour on the Lord Arcanum. I really want to try and kill this unit and try and steal this point, so that +1 wound is going to be big. So
Yep.
I'm going to do that.
Okay, you're going to do that. I'm going to try to get a command point with my general. He does not.
Okay.
But I do have 2 command points for start of turn because I got another one. And then you probably want to try to dispel that endless spell over there. Huh?
I really would like to.
All right. All right.
Aggressively.
Endless spell goes away. Now I can't cast that again, unfortunately, because it's not in my list. So I got to have my fun with it, and now it's over.
Okay, I would like to try and do a cast with the Lord Arcanum to do Thunderstruck.
Okay. All right, that goes off.
6.
So I'm going to use my ability, Host Arcanum, in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th battle rounds. When I attempt to unbind a spell, it's automatically unbound.
Right.
So I just go, and I think that's it for hero phase. Okay, cool. Let's get into movement and we'll show you what Michael did. Michael, you've completed your movement phase. Well, tell me what you did starting with Lord Arcanum.
The Lord Arcanum stood where she was just to make sure that unit stays pinned down.
Yeah, no redeploy. That's good because I'm 13 inches away from both of my heroes right here. So no -1 to hit. And then the Liberators over here.
Liberators, they're a little shook. So they're just staying there, just holding that point.
Yeah, the Gnashing Jaws scared them a little bit after they watched it eat 3 of their models. And then what do you got going on
These
here?
bad Mamajamas, they slam down. They're looking to make a charge.
Yep, 7 inches away from the horrors unit. And then the man himself.
In our darkest hour, he's come to rescue us.
He's like, let me show you dudes how this is done.
Right.
So he's there. He can pick whatever he wants with the Comet Strike Scepter to do some damage. So let's go ahead and do the splash damage for the Annihilators, and then we'll go over to shooting from a couple units. Okay, the Annihilators have smashed down. The only thing that's within 10 inches is the unit of Heroes of Tzeentch. Let's see what happens. They take D3 mortal wounds.
For 1.
For 1, okay. Hand me a brimstone, good sir.
Here you go.
Okay, we're gonna put that exactly where the other one was, and then we can go over to some shooting. Lord Imperatant from downtown has walked out from behind his shelter, and he's gonna shoot D6 shots into my horrors.
5.
For 5, he wants it. This is -1 Ren, so it's just gonna punch through. Come on. Okay, 3s. Nothing happens. Okay, let's go over to the Celestin Prime.
So the Prime is going to use his Comet Strike Scepter to call down a comet. He's going to do so on top of this gentleman.
Yep.
Which is going to hit this squad, and this squad.
Yep, so let's start with him, the Chaos Spawn himself.
Takes 2 mortals.
Okay, he has suffered 4. And then let's go to the Horrors.
The Horrors. Take 1.
Okay, 1 Brim, please.
There you go.
Thank you, good sir. Okay, and the Tzaangor Enlightened.
1.
Okay, and then the Tzaangor Skyfires.
3.
Of course it would, on the unit that I like the most. Okay,
Right.
Shooting complete.
Shooting complete.
While we're on the Celestin Prime, he's got an ability.
Yeah. Orrery of Celestial Fates.
Orrery of Celestial Fates.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets to just change his charge roll to a 12.
And that's what he's going to do.
And that's what he's going to do. I'm assuming you're going to put him smashing right into the Enlightened.
He's going to tag both.
Okay.
Because I have to kill the whole squad. I have to kill something for eye for an eye.
Yes.
It's only a 7-up re-rolling, David.
Only a 7-up re-rolling. I believe in you.
That's like the easiest charge in all of Sigmar.
All of Sigmar gets an 8. Okay, I'll move him in for you. 8 dice. More rolls on 4s. 5 mortals. Hand me 5 brims, please. All right, Michael, where do you want to activate?
We're going to activate on the Prime first.
Okay. Michael can't do commands with Celestin Prime because of the Enlighten's ability, but I am going to use a command point for all-out defense on my Enlighten. Let's see if they can stay alive, because they are +1 to wound.
So let's do, just to be sure, we're going to throw 2 attacks at this guy.
Okay, 2 attacks into the spawn to make sure you get your battle attack.
Right.
Okay.
I think that's safer. So 2 attacks in him, 1 hit,
Okay.
1 wound.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Okay, battle tactic achieved.
And now 5 into the Enlightened.
Pretty good. 2s.
So 4, 6-up saves.
I failed them all. That's 12 damage.
Yes.
And that's enough to kill the squad.
Okay, that's good. He deleted 2 units.
Nice. As he does. He's the Celestin Prime, yo. Okay, we're done there. Let's go ahead and go over to the Brimstone Horrors. Brimstone Horrors into the Vindictors, 30 attacks, 4s and 4s.
All right, that was very, very math. That seemed about average.
That was exactly math. Yep, 15 hit. Make 8 saves, Michael. No rend.
5, 6, 7, 8. I failed 4, so it's a dead squad.
Okay, let's see if they pile in and fight.
Okay, so not Sergeant. Does not. Sergeant does.
Okay.
Sergeant is going to fight the little guys.
Brimstones.
1 mortal. And then we'll have explosions from both.
Okay, so on 6 dice.
On the brims. 1 more mortal.
Would you like to call for aid?
Yes.
Okay.
Aid called.
Aid has been called. Michael's going to all-out attack. He's got 10 attacks, 2s and 2s.
2s and 2s. Here we go.
Okay, that's a very good start.
And then 2s. Okay, so here's 3, 6, 7 went through.
Okay.
And they're 4 damage apiece.
That's 28.
Yes.
Okay. So I have 1 brimstone horror left. Do your job! 1 lowly brimstone horror is left alive. Okay, let's do slappies.
2.
He did great.
You did great.
She didn't charge, so she can't pile in.
Oh, but why can't I?
You're out of luck. The brimstone stays alive.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. So let's go ahead and get onto the hero cam. We'll figure out how many points Michael just scored. We're back from Michael's turn. Michael, how many points did you score, buddy?
I actually scored 5 points. Held 1, held 2, held more, and I was able to complete my battle tactic, which was eye for an eye. So that puts me at 11 points.
Yep.
To your 9. And we're getting into David's turn. David, what's your battle tactic?
My battle tactic is going to be against the odds, and I'm just going to continue to hold this objective. I'll say that the blue horrors unit needs to be there.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm up to 2 command points. Heroic actions. Let's do Finest Hour with my Lord of Change, just to get an extra +1 to hit.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry,
To wound.
+1 to root, yes.
I'm going to get a CP with the Lord Arcanum.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Let's get into casting. I'm going to cast first with the Blue Scribes. The Blue Scribes are going to use their special ability for it to go off on a 2-up, and I'm going to try to do Firestorm of Tzeentch. I'm going to cast it on the Grandhammers.
Sounds good.
It goes off.
There's 9 dice.
9 dice and
6s are D3 mortals?
Yes.
I'm learning, David.
Okay, that's really good. That's 4 D3 mortals. We both threw up in our mouth a little bit.
Okay. 3, 6, 9, they're dead.
9 mortal wounds. Okay. Blue Scribes for the win. Okay?
But they were fun, though. They
You
did a
can
lot.
explode into my brimstone.
Oh, yeah.
If
Take.
you roll a 6, you'll finally kill a unit of horrors. Nope. He's alive. He's alive. 1 brimstone. Okay. The next thing I'm going to cast is I am going to cast, let's go ahead and cast Bolt of Tzeentch with the Lord of Change. That's a 9. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at a 9.
Okay. I'll try to dispel with the Lord Imperatant. You got it.
Okay. D6 mortal wounds.
Who is
3
this?
mortal wounds, Lord Arcanum. Lord of Change is going to do Infernal Gateway. This is his War Scroll spell. Goes off on a 7. That's an 11. Any unbinds left?
I have 1 more from the Lord
All
Arcanum.
right, box cards, baby. Let's see it. Valiant attempt.
Valiant.
Okay, I'm still full health. This is 9 dice, mortals on 3s. 5 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done with casting. I'm done with everything else. So let's go ahead and get into movement phase, and we'll show you what I did.
All right, Tzeentch have completed their movement. David, walk us through what you got going on over here.
Where should we start?
Let's start with this one little Tzeentchy guy.
the Brimstone, the 1 Brimstone that survived the attack of the Grandhammers. He rolled a run for 6, so he's just standing over there being funny.
He's like making faces at the Imperatant.
Yes. These screamers flew over the top of the
Celestin Prime.
Celestin Prime, yep. These Brimstone Horrors auto-ran for 6. They're Expert Conquerors, so they're standing on the center objective. The blue scribes are getting on the other side of my screen, so the Celestin Prime can't come over and rock him. And then this unit of Screamers right here flew over the top of them, and they are just standing. They're not on the objective. And then my Lord of Change just standing behind the Enlightened and the Skyfires, getting ready to do some stuff this way. And then my blue horrors are just standing on that objective, and they're also all within range to shoot. They're the only unit that can shoot except for the Skyfires and the Lord of Change. So let's take a look at them first. All right, this is going to be 20 shots from the blue horrors, 5s and 4s into the Celestin Prime. 4s. Celestin Prime needs to make 3 saves, no rend.
Hey up!
Okay, now he's
And
got a 4-up
4s.
ward. Ah, I just wanted the blues to do 1 damage. 1 damage. Let's go over to the Lord of Change.
Lord of Change.
2d6 attacks with his staff for 4. This is 3s and 2s because of Finest Hour going into the Celly Prime. Everything hits. 3 wounds, -1.
4s.
Single damage.
4s.
You mean we did 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay. Poof. We're on the heads up cam now. Okay, I flew over the top of the Celestin Prime with these 3 Sky Sharks. So on 4s, 1 mortal wound to him.
Saved it.
Stop it. And then over here, these 2 Screamers flew over the top of the Liberators.
Yep.
1 mortal wound into the Libs. All right, now let's get back to shooting. We're going to go with the Skyfires into the Celestin Prime.
Yep.
So I have 4 attacks. I'm going to use one of my Destiny dice, which is a 4, to do an automatic hit. And then I'm going to roll the other 3 out. 2d3 mortal wounds and 1 miss. That's 5 mortal wounds into the Celly Prime.
Uh-oh. And then give me the...
And then a miss.
Okay. So 5 4-ups. Took 4 damage.
Okay?
So he has 3 wounds left. For those counting at home.
For those of you counting at home, I'm done there. I'm going to go ahead and mount some charges. Let's start with the Screamers. Sky Sharks charge. Charge 8.
Intros.
Okay, they're going to fly over and land. And then die a horrible death. Unless they kill the Prime right here. Can they do it? 2 mortal wounds into the Prime.
Whoop. Took 2 damage.
Okay.
Got 1 wound left.
He's got a wound left.
Enlightened. Charging in. Boxcars.
Enlightened have finished. Let's go over to the other Screamers.
Other Screamers.
6. We're going to fly over. Mortals on 4s. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. So takes it. Let's see if on 4-up he fights. He does.
Okay.
2 attacks. They both hit.
Okay.
Both wounded. Rend 1.
Okay. 6s. I failed them both.
Explosions.
Okay.
Do you want to activate them first or the Enlightened?
You're funny. you're really funny. Let's go over and activate the Enlightened. I think I'm done charging. I can charge the blue scribes, but why?
Well, but why? All right, make it happen, Captain.
Okay, so just to remind everybody that when the Enlightened are within 3 inches of a unit, they can't use commands in the combat phase. And then I'm going to just pop a command point for all-out attack. I'm +1 to wound because I'm going second in this turn, so this is going to be 10 attacks, 3, 6, 9, 10. This is going to be 3s and 2s. Go ahead and make 5 saves at -1.
4s.
Holy cow, 1 goes through. That's 2 damage.
Okay, so you're telling me there's a chance.
Yep.
Whoop. He's dead.
Okay, he's dead. He explodes though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 into
Only
the...
8. He doesn't have Thunderstrike armor. You get to roll that dice anyway. Okay, Michael's just wondering how many dice he has to roll to get a 6.
3 attacks. Okay, they all fail.
Okay, and then the Sky Sharks will fight back. 3s. Make 4 saves, -1.
He's dead?
Okay, does he fight?
Does he fight? Come on, big guy.
Yeah, he gets to fight.
Okay, here we go. 3s, maybe hit? I don't remember.
No, because you're -1 because of the locust.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Definitely no hit.
And then you explode.
Explosions. 1 mortal. Oh, we got that guy.
Got a screamer. That was a screaming good time.
Well, that's it. Let's get back on hero and we'll score it up.
Yep.
All right, everybody, we're here for the wrap up. We decided to call the games. I had 6 models left on the board, and let's go over the score real quick. We did a little math hammer. David, how did the score wrap up? I don't think I got any more points, so I think I ended 11.
Yeah, so I finished my turn getting 5 points, so it was 14-11 at that point. Then we rolled off, and I won the roll off.
Yeah.
So I would have been able to take care of the Vindictors that were over here, take that objective, and no matter which objective you activated, I had Galatian veterans that could have taken it even if it was a proving ground, and I still would have been able to get barged through enemy lines with Galatian veterans, and then also desecrate their lands. So that would have brought me to a total score of 27, so the final score was 11-27. Now keep in mind that we purposely brought a balanced Stormcast list that wasn't too strong or too weak, so we could just kind of stress test this army, and it turns out that their mortal wound output is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Stormcast Eternals first. What were some shining moments of the battle for you?
When the Prime finally showed up and saved me.
He did.
And the Grand Hammer showed up and actually got to kill something.
Yep. They both came in and just did exactly what they do, which is a buttload of damage.
It was just too late at that point.
Yeah.
It felt nice to be a little vindicated, but it was way too little too late.
Yeah. And now we have an idea of how this list performs. It's got, it's got some fast attack and it's got some shooting. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's talk about MVP, LVP for your army. What would you say?
Let's see. LVP is going to be the Shield Annihilators.
Yes.
They did nothing. I think they did like 4 damage.
They did 6 damage.
Ooh.
They did 6 damage.
As bounty hunters.
As bounty hunters, yeah. And the -1 to hit came in.
It did.
The -1 to hit came in, and the pink horrors are extremely tough to chew through, even when you have a high damage output.
Yeah.
If it's 10 attacks, even if it's 3 damage, you're only going to kill 50% of that unit. So they're really good, and the fact that they don't count as slain until you get down to brimstones is really, really good. Who's MVP?
Close second to LVP is almost still going to be the Evocators.
Yeah.
I was so excited to finally bring them off the shelf.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're bounty hunters, and there's going to be so many bounty hunter things, and they got shafted so hard.
Yeah, they got shellacked. They got
trapped. They had an opportunity and they got trapped by your MVP.
Yeah.
Your endless spell.
Yeah. Well, I've got 2 MVPs, dude. I gotta give 2 away today because the Burning Sigil is amazing. The fact that procs at the end of the movement phase over and over and over again means that you can get a lot of spawns out, and you can put that spawn within 3 inches of the unit where the model died. So it gives you this big bubble where you can reach out and pin other stuff and keep it from getting into you. So that's really, really good. But I also got to give MVP to the Blue Scribes because every time I cast with the Blue Scribes on that 2-up, did not roll a single one, and then that final time that I cast Tzeentch's Firestorm, it did 9 mortal wounds into the Grand Hammer.
That sucked, yeah.
And because he did that, I was able to turn my attention to the Lord Arcanum with the Lord of Change.
Yeah, and she just fell over.
He killed the Lord. Yeah, then the Lord of Change killed that, and I did not expect that to happen. I was pleasantly surprised by the amount of damage output that these guys have in the magic phase. They're very defensive with the pink horrors. The Destiny dice can be good. I used some Destiny dice throughout the course of the game, but I kept 4 2s and a 1 so I could get my grand strategy.
Smart.
But I could imagine, imagine if you rolled like a bunch of 5s and 6s. You could have like the greatest time. Like I charge 10. I, do mortal wounds with the Skyfires.
I don't think you need that relic for the +3 fate dice. I think any other relic would probably be much better.
Yeah. Well, so without the extra 3 fate points, I wouldn't have been able to summon those blue horrors, and that was kind of important at one point because I had a big hole right here where you could have gotten into blue scribes and Lord of Change.
Sure.
So I would have been 1 fate point short without that. I think that Demon Spark makes more sense if you're only taking a few casters like I did because I only had 4 spells. But yeah, if you're taking like Kairos, another Lord of Change, Blue Scribes, and a 2-caster, then no, you don't need that. The other thing is I don't see how the Tzaangor Shaman fits into this army at all anymore.
Yeah.
He used to buff the Enlightened and the Skyfires, and now he doesn't buff the Enlightened and the Skyfires. He does have a once per battle ability where he can add 3 to the cast of a second spell. Which could be kind of good to get off an extra mortal wound spell, or to maybe give the 5-up ward to the demon unit or something. So I mean, I guess he has a little bit of play, but I feel like there's other things that we could swap out for that could be better. I don't know how many points he is right off the top of my head. He's
whatever it is too many.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he just doesn't really fit anymore. He's 135 points. His move characteristic is good. Yeah, he's gonna be LVP, dude.
How much is the Magister on disc?
The Magister on disc is 145.
Yeah.
But every time the Magister on disc successfully casts a spell, then he can cast another spell if he wants.
Sure.
But if you roll a double or something, he
dies.
Yeah. That's a lot of points too. I don't know. I lost him in the second battle round, so I could probably just take like a unit of Screamers and another Endless spell. Or
yes. Yep. That seems good.
Yeah. I mean, there's other stuff we could put in. I just thought that, I mean, he looks really cool and he fits with all of the other Tzaangors on discs. He just doesn't do anything.
Nope.
So yeah, LVP for him for sure. Super fun. We got to try a lot of the different abilities that Tzeentch does. We're really excited to bring these guys out again, and we're just going to keep bumping up the volume, bringing them against things that are a little bit harder to destroy. So that was a super fun first showing for them. I had a blast.
I had a great time. It was super fun. It was fun to see what they could do. I had a great game. I'm excited to play a couple different matches against them. Like, I have some ideas about some Hallowed Heart casting. We get all sorts of crazy casting.
Yes. We'll just go, so many endless spells.
So many endless spells.
I can only steal 1 endless spell at a time. So if you cast like 3 of them, then...
Maybe I'm okay.
Yeah, Spell Thief is super good though. That's another thing that I didn't talk about a whole lot is stealing the Gnashing Jaws and then going and eating the Liberators is pretty great. Yeah, yeah, they're great. I'm really excited to get these out. It's been a long time we've been working on them. So thank you so much for watching this battle report. We hope that you had a blast watching it because we certainly had a blast playing the game. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. We appreciate it very, very much. And I think that's it for today.
I think that's it, guys. We'll see you next week for the next battle.
All right.